Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Once Upon a Crescent, a collection of bedtime stories for young Muslim children. I am your author and storyteller, Mrs. Hashmi. Are you ready to travel to a land far, far away? Tonight's bedtime story is called Ooby the Ostrich. Ostriches are among a few species of birds who have wings but cannot fly. Their wings are complex and the structures under their feathers are strong, supportive, and flexible. At first glance, one would say, yeah, that bird-looking thing can fly. It has wings, of course. But that's a misunderstanding. It's this very misunderstanding that made the ostriches of this land far, far away feel so defeated and gloomy. Another day, another realization yet again that we are birds that don't fly, said Ooby the head ostrich. He was walking with his group. He looked to his right and he looked to his left and announced, Assalamu alaikum, everyone. All right, it's about that time of the day again. Everyone gather around for your afternoon nap. It's just 1 hour and everyone will feel their headaches disappearing. Come on, you know the drill. The group gathered every day at 1 p.m. to take an hour nap to relieve their headaches. It was the one thing that helped them. The headaches, of course, are caused by the facial muscles constantly being activated and in use. This just means that the ostriches always had their eyebrows pushed together in a scowl. The fur above their eyes are always squiggled downward, almost like a permanent V shape in between their eyes. It's why they have headaches in the first place. So their daily 1 p.m. nap was to relieve these headaches. Did you know that ostriches sleep standing up? They also sleep with their eyes wide open. So to any other animal passing by, it just looks like the group of ostriches are awkwardly standing close together, still in silence and staring off to the distance. It can be problematic to look awake and alert when you're actually sleeping. It's especially problematic when someone wants to socialize and hang out with you, but they can't because it's your widely awake looking nap time. At 1:30 p.m. each afternoon, all the other birds of the land have their lunch. They come together to eat, and every afternoon they call out to the ostriches to join them. And every afternoon, the other birds don't get a response. So they continue on with their meal. When the ostriches do wake up, they just jolt their head and blink a few times to awaken. It's such a release to their headaches. Much better, Ooby says. He cranes his neck and sees the other birds finishing their meal, and they get ready to soar back into the sky. Ooby realized that he was left out. They ate lunch without him. And just like that, the eyebrows started to scrunch up again. The V-shaped eyebrow returns between the ostrich's head, and just like it always does, the headache returns too. Before the birds launch themselves up to fly, they wave goodbye to the ostrich. Ooby starts to feel annoyed. Look at them showing off their wings. They're probably training for the annual Race of the Skies. You see, the Race of the Skies was a race between different species of birds to see which had the fastest flying speed. This race was witnessed by all the animals of the land, and everybody looked forward to coming together to watch the flight of the birds. The ostriches were never fond of this race because they couldn't participate, and it made them feel very different and left out. They had to stand on the ground with their eyes fixed upward, watching the race from down below. When the day of the Race of the Skies came, all the ostriches were required to attend a family meeting by the head ostrich Ooby. This was a pep talk for the ostriches to hear before going to the event. All right, listen up, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. The annual Race of the Skies is upon us. We must not let this get to us like we do every year. We have to try our best to keep our head up high and participate in the audience. It's not fun to come to this silly thing, I know, but we must show ourselves to be a good sport and a supportive bird member. Does everybody understand? All the other ostriches bobbled their heads in different directions. It was their way of nodding yes. Ooby led his group to join the audience as the race of the skies was about to begin. An announcement was heard, and this year's bird winner will be receiving a year's worth of gummy worms. Inshallah, this will be part of the grand prize for winning the race. The different birds stood in a graceful pose, ready to launch into the sky. When the signal was heard to begin, the birds soared into the air and flapped their beautiful wings in effortless motion, carrying themselves higher and higher into the sky with tremendous speed. After a minute or so, the audience on the ground became restless and impatient. There was a hippo around who was rolling around in his mud puddle. Haroon was his name. Did anybody bring binoculars this year? He was desperately searching the sky for any sight of the birds in the race. We always stand around aimlessly for so long waiting for the birds to come down to a level where we can actually see all the action. The giraffe turned around and shushed the hippo. Haroon, shh! I'm enjoying this fantastic race. Haroon grumbled. Well, of course you are enjoying it. You're the tallest one here. You probably can see every detail of it. Oh, I wish I could see from that height. The giraffe replied, Well, keep wishing, because there is no way you are going to climb on top of me to get to my level, the giraffe snapped. Alhamdulillah, I'm only 3,000 pounds, Haroon stated confidently. Both of you, shush, interrupted Ooby. We'll know who is the fastest flying bird in a few minutes, and then it'll be the end of this useless event. Then we can finally return home. Haroon rolled around in his mud puddle. Yeah, agreed. It's not like this is even fun for anyone except for those birds up there in the sky. I wish I had good eyesight like the other animals. Hey, I have an idea, said the hippo excitedly. Why don't you ostriches organize a race for all of us ground animals to watch? Ooby looked very taken aback. He didn't know whether to take the hippo's suggestion as a compliment or an insult. Haroon the hippo continued on. Oh, it would be so fun and awesome to watch you gigantic birds on a foot race. I could just imagine it right now. I'd pay money to watch something like that, exclaimed Haroon. Are you making fun of us? Asked Ooby carefully. Haroon the hippo responded quickly. No, not at all. I'm actually being very serious right now. I think ostriches are amazingly unique. I mean, you have wings, but don't fly. Haroon noticed how Ooby reacted to that last statement. The hippo watched the ostrich. Oh, I feel a headache coming on right now, said Ooby as he quickly walked past the hippo. Haroon called after him. Wait, hold on. I didn't mean to offend you. I meant you should highlight how different of a bird species you are and really show off your unique skills in your own race. Ooby the ostrich scoffed. Right, it's so unique to be a bird with wings that don't even work. The hippo shook his head in disappointment as he realized that the ostrich was fixed on focusing on how he can't fly. Ooby waved his tall, flexible neck around to motion to his group to get ready to leave. The announcer called out, And the winner is the spur-winged goose. MashaAllah, congratulations. Come up to my hill to collect your delicious gummy worms. Ooby's group gathered around him and waited to be led back to their land in time for their afternoon nap. Is this everyone? He called out, looking at his group. Are we missing anyone? They all dangled their necks in different directions to shake their head no. As they were heading home, Ooby sensed something off about his surroundings. He sensed danger. He looked to his flock, who also picked up on the predators nearby. A cheetah was lurking, ready to pounce. The ostriches immediately sprinted off as fast as their long legs could carry them. The cheetah, being the fastest land animal there is, also sprinted. It ran and ran at top speed for 45 seconds, trying to cover as much ground as possible. But the ostrich also reached their top speed, but their ability to change directions while running helped them to escape the cheetah behind. "Oh my Allah!" exclaimed Haroon the Hippo. "I really thought one of you guys would get caught up by the cheetah, but your wings opened up and your humongous wings were like a cape, gliding you in different directions. Ooh, so quickly. It all happened so fast. I bet you all are so grateful for your agility and those awesome wings." Ooby was trying to catch his breath. "You mean these wings that can't even fly? I don't even know why we have these things." Haroon replied, "Well, it's for something, that's for sure. You know, Allah says, 'Surely we have created everything according to a measure, a perfect proportion to fulfill a certain purpose.' You can look it up. It's in the Quran. Allah created everything, perfectly purposeful. It's not just by chance that you are the way you are." Ooby looked at Haroon, who plopped down on his mud puddle. He took a few moments to let that thought sink in. It's not just random that I am the way that I am. Ooby felt his face ease up, and his headache was not feeling as intense in this moment. Haroon the Hippo stared at his eyebrows as they squiggled to their normal place. Ooby was interrupted by the ostriches behind them. They dangled their necks forward and back, trying to figure out which way to go. "Hey, why'd we stop? Ooby, aren't you going to lead us home?" an ostrich asked. With that, Ooby refocused his attention to getting everyone home in time for their headache-relieving naps. As Ooby stood upright with his eyes wide open, he kept thinking back to what Haroon was talking about. Organizing a race, thought Ooby. He started to feel a hint of excitement and joy. He wasn't settling in for a nap like he usually did, but instead he was lost in thought, mapping out and planning out an obstacle course race for his own ostrich flock. Ooby looked at his long, flexible wings and stretched them out. He felt good admiring them for the first time ever. "These don't fly, but they do steer us with great agility," he said. While his group was napping, Ooby decided to test out his own agility. He said, "Why not use what I have and grow these skills that apparently I already have?" Ooby thought to himself, smiling hopefully. This felt good. He sprinted at top speed, and it looked like he was going to crash head onto the tree in front of him. But just a second before that could happen, he shifted his direction with his wings spread out wide and his legs shuffling in the dirt to dodge the tree. Ooby heard cheers from a distance. He craned his neck around to see where the noise was coming from. The other birds from the race were having their lunch and watching him from afar. Ooby had forgotten all about his afternoon nap. He realized that this was the time that the other birds gathered. The birds came swooping in to talk to him. "Wow, that was amazing," one said. "We've always admired you ostriches, you know. Subhanallah, how amazing is it that you are a bird, but so magnificently large in size." Another bird spoke. "And how amazing is it that you are a bird, but super agile in the way you move on the ground." Another one chimed in. "And how amazing is it that you are a bird, but can't fly." There was a long, awkward pause after that comment. Ooby felt his eyebrows scrunching up again, but decided to think about himself differently this time. "Yes, how amazing is it that Allah created my wings perfectly purposeful." The birds pressed on to talk to Ooby for longer. Ooby, how come you all never accept our invitation to have lunch together? We always call out to you ostriches, but you all ignore us like you don't see us. Ooby laughed. It's because we really don't see you. Your lunchtime is our nap time, and ostriches, we sleep with our eyes open. The birds looked amazed yet again. Haroon the Hippo came huffing from his mud puddle and added, "Oh, wait, hold on. How amazing is it that you are a bird who sleeps standing up and with your eyes open?" They all laughed. When Ooby's flock jolted awake from their naps, they woke up to see Ooby hard at work. Ooby set up an obstacle course race for his flock while they were still asleep. He placed large rocks in scattered positions and added tree branches and logs for the ostriches to dodge and race across. "Whoa, what's going on here?" asked a member from his group. "Presenting our very own unique race of the ground. We don't need to fly in order to love ourselves and be happy, you all. We were created perfectly purposeful, and it's our job to take charge of what we have and grow with it." Ooby was confident. "This race I've set up for you is to shine the light and show you all how perfectly Allah has created our wings for us. All right, so let's do this thing." The other ostriches followed behind Ooby. Ooby stood at the starting point of the obstacle race and dug his toes in the ground. He bent his long legs, scanned the land in front of him with his large, glossy eyes, and on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, he took off at top speed, swiftly moving through the obstacles and changing directions without messing up his balance. It was a marvelous sight to see. There was dust being collected at the end of his feet as he zoomed in and out of the path, dodging the tree branches and logs effortlessly along the way. He came to a screeching halt at the end of the obstacle course and looked out at all the things on the ground that he was able to get across thanks to his agility. "Woo!" Ooby exclaimed. "That was fun. I'm starting to like these perfectly purposeful wings. Alhamdulillah."